Then community, I think first, the community, including or not enemies and friends. That's what you asked there. What I said about love, I think, did already answer to the question of the enemy. You know, the universal, no?
Enemy.
Enemy, no, not you.
From New York, I know.
From New York. The public enemy from New York. No, I answer that the meaning of to love even the enemy is the meaning of love understood as having nothing to do with predilection, and with friendship, or what is the contrary, or hostility. You know?
But the question was about the community.
Yes.
And not love, but there is still a difference between love and community.
Yes, but no, because first I wanted to say that love gives the general rule, if you want, of community in general. Mm-hmm. But now we should add something else, that is that the predilection is not nothing and has something to do. You know, the difficulty of the absolute love, of the impossible love, is that it has to deal, if you want, with the predilection, or to say with the possible love. Because the possible love is not only possible, it is necessary. It is necessary that there are certain links, certain proximity between, so I don't know, a group of people, another, etc. So, and there, the fact that there are friendship and hostilities exist and has to be taken as such. The question is only to know if, to say a positive community or a community of predilection has to totally exclude the other communities or not. And if there is not the general rule of the impossible love, why a community does not exclude the other, that is, to kill it. Do you understand? So this is, you know, and once again, this is a question of substance, identity, and subjectivity. If the community of predilection thinks of itself as being a nature, a substance, to be clear, I would say, if a community thinks of itself as a race given by nature, and at the Aryan race, or the Serbian, or the Croatian, or the Macedonian, or etc., or the Hutu, or the Tutsi, this community has the absolute right in a certain way. It has no other right than to kill all other, because it is the only community and has no reason to recognize the existence of other communities. Then, the question is simply, we have not only to build the communities of predilection, but to understand how the communities has to be related to each other. Then, and then, community, art, and politics. Alena, I could say yes, I agree with you, but your way to formulate the answer, politics can be an aesthetical project only in relationship to individual, not as a social project, as you say. This is what I formulate by saying politics is not everything. And then I think it's better to think that politics has not to become an aesthetical project. If politics is, what I said before, is the general and closed law, the law has nothing to say about beauty. And as it is known, the Nazism can be interpreted and called, how Lacoue-Labarthe did that, by the name national aesthetism. You know? And finally, there is a question about, I can reread, Christianity. Christianity and anarchism.
Yes. Final answer.
Wonderful, Nicolas. I agree.
Bravo.
No, I could develop it. It's no need to develop.
Okay.
No, of course. Hey, one second. No. I did not answer to Greg. And the question of Greg is so different, you see, and so original that but I am a little paralyzed by this question. Because, and I understand very well that you pose it. Do I have a method? I don't know. And, no, really no. But I think I was educated, and more than educated, I was, how could I say that? I was éveillé.
I was
and yes, and touched by a certain number of persons in my life. I mean, because the first time that I heard somebody teaching about Hegel in a certain way that did touch me, even if I did not understand very much at this time. I speak of something when I was 20. And all those persons, among them I could say, I don't know, people like Ricœur, later Derrida, Canguilhem also, and other people who are not known. And I would say all came from outside. This is perhaps now I am ever thinking by outside expositions, and that's all. And of course, I speak of living people, because when I'm speaking of touching, first I think to the living people, but it was the same with some lecture, with a lecture of Hegel, this one of Heidegger,
a reading.
Perhaps,
A reading.
A reading, a lecture, yes. No, not the open lecture, the reading. And so what I mean is that all that gave me quantity of impulse, and then I tried to work with that. This is why, I don't think I have so much improper with me. And when I am asked, as some did, and I understand that, when I am asked about my concept, I say, your conception, but I think I have no one concept, one conception. All that is present in the contemporary thinking. All that is our common problems, And you are exposed to that. You take one part to one other, and so there is a little bricolage there. Yeah. But as we know through Lévi-Strauss, bricolage is as rational as a scientific method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.